And welcome back. This is Recreated, the WrestleMania 2 Redone Edition. A few facts. The event took place on April 7, 1986. Three separate venues on the same night. You had New York, Illinois, and California. A battle royal between the NFL and the WWF took place at this event. This was Hogan's second of 8 main events. 45 wrestlers participated in this event. That's double the size of last year's WrestleMania. A few rules. I'm only reviewing matches that made TV. I'm judging on the accuracy of the attire. I'm not including managers or valets, and I'm also streamlining this a lot faster. So let's begin. So match one. WrestleMania 2 is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus Don Morocco, and we can see right here they're close, but I do believe Morocco's boots, from what I've seen in a different photo, were black, so it's not quite accurate, although it's very close. Then on to WrestleMania 2's match second. I'm not going to do that each time. But again, we had George Animal Steel versus Macho Man Randy Savage. Savage was the champion. For the most part, this is pretty accurate. I mean, those are the orange trunks right there. The knee pads are not the same, but the boots are close. So, and of course, he's missing the wrist tape, which was very common back then. He's got the nice headband, though. That is pretty much the entire look. George Animal Steel, he's got red knee pads on the figure. You can get a Mattel looks more like it. And I think you can even get a Mattel Elite looks more like it. But I'm going to count this as accurate. This is very close. Of course, Mattel will knock out more details. Then we have the first match of the Void today. Jake the Snake Roberts versus George Wells. And no one's ever made a George Wells figure. No one's likely ever to make a George Wells figure. But you never know. Maybe we've been surprised before. We've gotten people like the Goon in the past, so who knows. Then this match, because of Mattel, is 100% possible. It's the boxing match, Roddy Piper versus Mr. T. You can find that exclusive out there. It's getting kind of costly, but it recreates it entirely. I think the only thing you're missing is the stool he threw at him when he got upset about the horrible punches. Then we go into another match in the Void. Fabulous Moolah versus Velvet McIntyre. We have Drew McIntyre, but we don't have a Velvet McIntyre. So, as of right now, Fabulous Moolah has no WrestleMania 2 opponent. Then we've got Corporal Kirshner versus Nikolai Volkov. And that's pretty accurate stuff. I know the camo's a little bit off. I mean, it's got a green singlet, not a camo singlet. If I was to go through and perfect every camo, I'd have to, it's not real possible. The look's there. He's in green attire, obviously he's got a hat. He didn't wrestle with a hat on, but he entered with a hat, I assume. So same with Nikolai, who had jacket and coat. So this is pretty much, you can recreate this match. Then we've got the match 7, the Battle Royal, WWF versus NFL Battle Royal, and I posted everybody I could find. And looking closely, Andre did win this, and I do believe that was the attire he kind of did wear. I think he was wearing yellow tights at the time, or yellow trunks at the time. I did find 4 football players that were in this Battle Royal. Not all of them have figures. You can even find a William Refrigerator Perry in the G.I. Joe line as an exclusive. But, yeah, unfortunately this match is not accurate Will it ever be accurate? Probably not, because unless the NFL decides to snag into Mattel for whatever reason, you're not going to have all the football players. So then on to the 8th match, you had the British Bulldogs versus the Dream Team of Greg the Hammer Valentine and Bruce Bar Beefcake. And it's not accurate. In fact, I mean, you can get a Classic Superstars Deluxe Edition in that attire for Beefcake, and you can get Davey Boy Smith in that blue attire, but Dynamite does not have that blue attire. And Valentine, I couldn't find a photo on that one, but I mean, they're close, but they're not quite accurate, because you're not having both the Bulldogs in that attire. You can get Beefcake, you can get Davey Boy Smith, but Dynamite does not. He has a red attire, which I currently have that figure. And until the new Uncensored line comes out, he's going to stay on my shelf in the Jakks Pacific Deluxe Aggression section. Then we had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Hercules. And no, the computer's not busted. They couldn't load the photo. I can't find a photo of this match. You obviously a still photo. You can find the hype video, and you can watch it, of course, on on Wrestlemania 2 card. But I could not find a still photo of it, so I just decided to put image not found. So if somebody has it out there, wants me to reload it with it, I guess I can. I happen to know though that by this point, I do not believe Hercules was wrestling in that look. But I could be wrong. Again, I couldn't find the photo. I guess I should have just watched the match, but at the time, it doesn't look accurate though, because I do believe it's by that time he had dropped that look. I do apologize if that's not the case. Then we've got another match that goes to the void. It's Adrian Adonis versus Uncle Elmer. That is an adorable Adrian Adonis. That's what it was called for the LJN line. But as you can see right here, he's got black trunks. He was just Adrian Adonis. He wouldn't have that new gimmick overhaul. Uncle Elmer's never had a figure. I've seen people customize and make one. It wouldn't be too difficult, but last time I checked is, I'm not going to pass judgment on anybody's wrestling skills, but there's no Uncle Elmer out there. And then on to match 11, the Funks, Dory and Terry Funk. I was able to find 2 Japan figures. Now, there is a Terry Funk Mattel in that red trunk tire, but there's no Dory. I was able to find pretty much the same thing in a Japan line. Again, it may not have been mass released to the U.S., but Japan's still a big market, so it's out there somewhere. And then they do have a junkyard dog that Mattel has knocked out of the park. I didn't put that in there. Tito didn't have the proper tire. He wasn't wrestling with white tights. I believe it was a red, possibly. I found the only photo I could really find of them. Again, I didn't put the match on there because I don't want to get demonetized or copyrighted. So this is only for attire accuracy, and I'm only going to use photos that kind of help to show, the look of the figure compared to the look of the actual match. And then we're on to the main event. The steel cage match. You can get the Jakks Pacific steel cage. I think Mattel also produced the big blue bars as well. I've again changed it to where to throw a picture of a belt on there. I decided to throw that belt on there. Later on I'll update it, because I mean, at the time that was the championship when they fought for it. And of course, if you have the Defining Moments Hogan, you get this belt. This belt's becoming very rare. They've only reduced it with that Hogan. King Kong Bundy, the knee pads are a little bit wider on that figure, but to my knowledge, I mean, that's as close as you're going to get right now. Mattel did release a King Kong Bundy, but it's very costly. How costly? Well, I just sold mine for about $150, so, and that's without the shirt. Decided to downsize a little bit, but you can also do an LJN. You can do a Jakks Pacific. Probably a lot cheaper to go Jakks Pacific at this route, only because I mean, Hogan's are making a comeback, so maybe this will go down in value a little bit, but they're not making any more King Kong Bundys right now, and that figure just keeps going up and up. Now the stats are, you could not recreate this event. 4 people are missing. I'm not counting the NFL guys. I wasn't alive during that time. I found a few of them just for the heck of it. But if you were going by wrestling figure specifically, Velvet McIntyre, Pedro Morales. I mean, please Mattel, make a Pedro. We need him for the World Champion line. Dan Spivey. I prefer his Waylon Mercy gimmick, but that'd be kind of cool. And then Uncle Elmer. I'm sure someone enjoyed his work. No, I'm not going to knock wrestlers. Wrestlers, the time was different. Point is, if you want to be a completionist, if you want to recreate WrestleManias, you need these nobodies. Well, not nobodies, but not people who stood through the test of time. But you can only create 66%, recreate it, unfortunately. The top spot was LJN this time. They took 88% with 31 figures out of the 45. Jax took second with 27 figures, and then Mattel took third at 24 figures. So how accurate is it? Well, it's a quarter. We are 1/4 the way there. It is accurate only if there's 12 matches. We were accurate in only 3. So hopefully we'll get some more tires. Hopefully we get some more people. Obviously we saw some people that need updated figures. Adrian Adonis could use a Mattel Elite. Could use something more movable. So we will find out. And as always, I want to thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Thanks again. Check back for the WrestleMania 3 Redone Edition coming soon. Again, I'm just going to say all images are from Google. They're used for searching, and they're only used to attire accuracy. I'm not, trying to steal anything from anybody. It's literally just, hey, instead of guessing what they might have looked like, here's some proof of what I tried to find. So, as always, I want to thank you, and I look forward to seeing or hearing, watching you watch WrestleMania 3, the recreated, redone edition.